All right, it is time to play Fight for Your Life Lands again. Now, I will admit, the first time I played this, I played on the absolute max difficulty. We played on True Nightmare, and this time we're only playing on Nightmare, which is the difficulty that the game ships with, the mod ships with, and True Nightmare is only one higher. So I think this should be fair. I'm more curious about how it feels being at the recommended difficulty, so we'll just kind of have to see how it goes. The major difference is that enemies don't take 50% less damage, so we should be dealing way more damage than our previous run, and hopefully it'll just feel good. Now, I have not made nor played a Salvador in a very long time, but it's Salvador, so I'm 99% sure that this will be an easy, good pick. I don't really know, but of course we've got a whole lot of stuff to go through here. We got some options. So starting off with the action skill. The action skill is basically still Gunzerk, but while it's active you receive 3 times less damage, you deal 65% more damage, and you shoot 50% faster. Now, you don't naturally have ammo regen during Gunzerk, but you can pick up a skill here that provides it. And then as a Gunzerker, you receive full health on a revive or a second wind. You enter Fight for Your Life and are able to instantly start shooting, so you don't have to wait for that little animation. You gain increased accuracy, reload speed, and damage when you're in Fight for Your Life, and you can naturally use Gunzerk in Fight for Your Life, so this will be really nice. Now, we will go ahead and start reading off our skill trees because they are relatively simple, I will say. We have I'm Your Huckleberry, we have Locked and Loaded, we've got Quick Draw, we've got All I Need Is One, but it also provides an additional bullet sometimes, or all the time. We have Auto Loader, but it also triggers Locked and Loaded, and it can provide extra mag size too, which is pretty cool. We've got Keep It Piping Hot, we've got Lay Waste, we've got Divergent Likeness over here, which also provides accuracy during Overdrive, which is the name of our Gunzerk. We have Money Shot, which I'm not sure if any of the offhand Gunzerk shenanigans has been fixed in this mod, but if not, we could potentially run a deputy build. I am curious about pistols though. And then we have Down Not Out, which increases reload speed and increases ammo capacity for pistols. Also allows you to automatically fire any pistol type, including Jacobs. So this will automatically shoot, we can hold down triggers and the buttons will just go, the shoots will just go. Increased reload speed, max ammo, reduced recoil, increased fire rate, and automatic fire, so that's pretty cool. And then we've got No Kill Like Overkill over here. Killing an enemy with a crit grants you a 50% weapon damage bonus, increases accuracy by 50%, and increases crit by 35% for 15 seconds, and it passively increases weapon damage. So, No Kill Like Overkill, but actual like set stats instead of like a base number. So that'll be pretty cool and interesting. Now, for Middle Tree, we have Filled to the Brim, we have All in the Reflexes, we've got I'm Ready Already, which also provides swap speed in this mod. We've got 5 Shots or 6, which also provides fire rate. We've got Resupply, which is our ammo regen during Gunzerk. We have Last Longer, which also increases other overdrive bonuses, so the extra reduced damage, the more damage, and the shoot faster stuff. We've also got Yippee-Ki-Yay, which acts pretty much like Yippee-Ki-Yay. Inconceivable, which is inconceivable, but also a chance to increase damage as well. We've got Recharge, where killing an enemy with a crit or manually reloading will instantly restore Overdrive. This has a 60-second cooldown on the reload and a 100-second cooldown on the crit, so it might not be as OP, but it is pretty cool that it exists anyway. We've got Overcharge here, which when you use Gunzerk, you'll receive massive damage resistance, even more resistance. Start to shoot and reload faster, as well as shoot more bullets. So lasts for 9 seconds naturally whenever you first trigger it. increased fire rate by 85%, reload speed 75%, and a 33% chance to shoot more bullets. And then we have adaptation. Whatever weapons in your left hand will provide bonus stats to your right hand. So I don't know, once again, if any of the offhanding bugs are fixed or anything like that, but if they are, this is probably a way to alleviate it a little bit. Holding a sniper in left hand increases spread, but also crit damage. Shotgun adds 2 pellets, reduces fire rate and weapon spread. Assault rifle gets 75% fire rate and reduced recoil. Launchers provide damage but cost more ammo. Pistols increase reload speed but reduce fire rate. And SMGs give ammo regen, clip size, and a grenade and explosive damage buff, which is interesting. Out of right tree, we have hard to kill. We've got out of bubblegum. We've got I'm the Juggernaut, which now provides a more useful amount of damage res, which should be pretty interesting. We've got ain't got time to bleed. We've got Fistful of Hurt on a 4-second cooldown. Any damage you deal with Fistful of Hurt will provide healing based on that damage, and it inflicts micro stuns, which are a chance to just chain stagger an enemy temporarily until they recover from it. We got Just Got Real, which increases weapon damage and pipe your life duration. The lower your health, the greater the bonuses. We've got Asbestos. We've got Sexual Tyrannosaur, which also increases melee damage during override. So Gunzerk, melee damage there. Bust that can't slow down, but it also provides max health and provides more melee damage based off movement speed. We've got Invincible. Upon taking damage, makes you immune to any damage and restores 15% of your health, and makes your weapons consume 0 ammo and massively increases fire rate for 0.4 seconds with a cooldown of 3 seconds. And then we also have Adrenaline, which is our middle finger skill, but triggering it makes us take 4 times less damage. It makes Fistful of Hurt cooldown 10 times faster. It increases Sexual Tyrannosaurus's health regen by 6 times, provides 50% more weapon damage, provides 90% more swap speed, provides 70% more reload speed, and naturally depletes any worn melee shields over time. So we've got a pretty beefy little stacked character here. We'll have to see how this goes. Now, with all of that out of the way, I will say this might take a couple more days than my normal playthroughs do, solely for the fact that this is Fight for Your Life Lands. Enemies have 100% more health, they deal 25% more damage, they are dodge more often, they are just generally more hateful. A lot of the mobs have custom modifications. Melee mobs swing faster, projectile mobs throw projectiles faster. Gun mobs still do normal gun mob stuff for the most part, but damage over time effects have unique effects tied to them now, such as Corrosive providing a stagger or a slow against the player. Shock provides reduced health regen, so you can debuff their health regen. Just stuff like that. So the gun mobs aren't necessarily more scary in this mod, as much as just you have to be more careful around the specialty mobs. And you can instantly just start getting every type of item outright. So we have a health shield at level 1, kind of because why not? And this mod author does recommend taking advantage of in-game systems. So double shot, drop reloading, multi-shot, jumping to break enemy AI, stuff like that are all encouraged and recommended. So this will be a full troll run against us and the enemy. So we have free reign to just take advantage of everything we can come up with. And as a trade-off for the enhanced difficulty of the mod, enemies do drop items more frequently, they provide more XP on kill, a bunch of nice quality of life stuff like that. And most of the legendaries in the game are locked behind a level 50 threshold, so we will be required to just deal with using non-unique equipment for a while. There are a couple uniques we can use early if they do drop, but most of it is world drop type items. So it just kind of depends on our luck what we get. Alright, cool. We are level 5, so I'm curious about how long Gunzerk lasts. It does have a 50-second cooldown here. That burns through pretty quick. Okay. But that is fine. We will have to just kind of like figure that out. But that burns so fast. I think for our first skill tree, we will be going down. We will go down right tree, at least to get a little bit of survivability out of the way. Probably just down to Fistful of Hurt, and then I'm curious about going down middle tree to go ahead and work on our Gunzerk a little bit, try to get more duration, try to get cooldown, stuff like that. So that will be our target for the build for right now. So seeing how short Gunzerk is, I think it's supposed to be a much faster burst damage type skill in this mod. And this is probably also a way to reduce the offhand main hand interaction so that they're not as overpowered in the mod as well. So I think it's probably a good idea that they're like that. Alright, first boss fight. Wow, it went really well. Oh my god, Overdrive is a little bit strong. Course, but like we can appreciate that. That's very nice. Oh right, he removed the reduced ammo cost, so you can't infinite rocket launcher. I was gonna test if left hand applied to right hand, but I can't. Because, well, that's not that. We're going to go ahead and try to test out whether or not offhand weapons do buff main hand still. So our Hyperion SMG provides 128% crit. So we'll go ahead and shoot a guy in the forehead. 507. Gunzerk. 1k. Okay, so offhand stats still apply to main hand. I don't know why we have a skill directly associated with this anymore then. But that's a thing, I guess. So we can offhand guns for the extra bonus, and it probably means we can main hand a big mag pistol for money shot for an offhand with Deputy. So that's good to see that they didn't get rid of that. Yeah, Roid Shields provide a flat 1 health regen. I forgot why. But it's just 1. It doesn't matter what shield or what quality it is. All of the non-unique melee shields provide +1 health regen, and it's so weird. Now, even though the enemies do have 100% more health, this is only equivalent to being in, like, TVHM, for example. So things like the Skyrocket will still work just fine. Now, of course, if they had the 50% damage reduction that came with True Nightmare, this would be more like throwing a Skyrocket in UVHM in normal mode. And then it would only get increasingly worse per difficulty after that. For Flint, I am going to try to just dump him out with this rocket launcher really quick with a little bit of some multi-shot. But he's not going to care, so we're going to have to probably try to deal with him a little slower. There we go. No problem. You know, this is going reasonably well, I will say, so far. No real major problems. Of course, obviously, I do have to give more respect to the mobs that are around us. But nothing is just outright destroying us yet, which is really, really nice. Of course, we do, you know, deal more damage than we would if we were on max difficulty. But there is no reward for playing at the absolute max difficulty, and I've already done it once before. So I'm okay with not doing that. Honestly. Oh no. Already? Okay. So this is a shield we got last time. It's the sash. It says it has a 103% absorb chance, but it's not actually that much of an absorb chance. I think it might just reduce damage taken, honestly. But it increases swap speed, reload speed, and damage when worn. So this will now become glued to my character until I get a better one. And then I am here farming out class mods, so I'm hoping that we can get a nice little calm here. You know, I might take the reload speed and magazine size for right now. I'll grab the hoarder too, just in case. Is that a loot midget? Yeah, we got our first loot midget. Okay. And I have 2 seconds of breathing room before a midget just jumps on me. Oh, it's because he has a cannon too. Well, we've got our first death. That's okay. Yeah, it's just at the hands of a loot midget who had a very painful gun. A lot of the torque barrel assault rifles really hurt in this mod, so that does make sense that that did happen to us. But he's almost dead, so it's fine. There we go. Now it's time for the best hallway in the entire mod. This hallway spawns so many BA psychos. I'm probably not going to count this time, but I think it was something like 7 times more than it's supposed to. And that's pretty much how it is for the rest of this map too. Anytime that a BA psycho is supposed to spawn, it'll spawn like 7 times more. Kinda just because why not? While the amount of BAs spawning here might be a little bit annoying, once you consider the fact that we do get a bunch of extra XP from killing them, it ends up providing a lot of levels and stuff, and so you never really have to stop for too long to end up farming XP in this mod, which can be pretty nice. Oh, black hole. Oh, god dang it. Okay. Yeah, this is one of those examples where enemies can spawn with legendary shields or even seraph shields in this mod. So that's a thing we have to look out for. Fortunately, it wasn't a Flame of the Firehawk or something like that, which could have made it a little bit worse to have gotten up there. I forgot how much damage Lilith does. That's crazy. Okay. Alright, Bad Maw is a little bit spicy. He's a little big, a little angry as a guy. So we will just very carefully and respectfully just immediately almost die. Hold on. There we go. Cool. Okay, so we've been farming Bad Maw for a little while now, and I gotta say, I understand that the mod is certainly a lot harder than vanilla. I totally understand that, and I get that. But it's feeling rather casual as of right now, and it's not even really related to our character. I think it's just the fact that I know what to throw at enemies to like deal with them efficiently is kind of making it not feel that bad. So for the first couple days, it might feel like a relatively vanilla experience until we start to get to like UVHM, where we can start to get like a lot of the unique drops and really see what things feel like in late game. So initially, this feels relatively okay. Oh, it's time. We're level 16. It isn't an uppercut? What? Alright, well now I'm a little less excited about this. Okay, but it removes their capacity to play the game against you, I guess. I don't know. That still feels odd. I don't know if I'm a fan of that. The damage is super high. That's, yeah. I don't know. I guess it is a melee override, and you could cool it down faster if you had a relic for that. So maybe we could find one of those and just make this a 2-second long cooldown, and then also trigger adrenaline to make it basically 0.2 seconds. Okay, I think I understand the playstyle. A melee Sal would be kind of funny to run in this mod, especially considering how difficult it's supposed to be. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know. I don't know if this one's as thought out, I gotta be honest. Because, like, what if I held a rapier for 200% melee damage on top of the extra poke that we're dealing? I don't know. Might be a bit strong. Yeah, I get to just kind of bully a mob. That feels weird. So, not the funny knockback uppercut we're used to, but it does so much damage that I think it might be okay that it's not. Right, so, Warden, very first thing we're gonna do is immediately restart the fight, just to make sure that we can save quit if we need to. So hopefully this doesn't go poorly like I expected to. Hopefully we just roll the boss. Okay, not great, but not bad. There we go. Weirdly, not bad. Like, kind of super chill. I know that once again, we're playing on Nightmare and all that stuff, and like, they should be taking 100% more damage to kill if I was on True. But that just feels oddly easy. I wonder if Sal's overtuned, or if he's like a little too strong. Which, I mean, that wouldn't be a surprise because it's Salvador. But that's just weird from this mod. Or maybe I've just really gotten used to this mod's antics already. That could also be an option. I don't really know. Either way, we are gonna have to go ahead and call it here. I am out of time. Spent a little bit too much time rambling about the character and stuff, so I'll have to do it for today. Day 1.